Welcome, dear traders. You are watching a recap of the Asian session. Yesterday, another agency downgraded American banks. As a result, bearish sentiment prevailed on Wall Street. At the same time, in China, inflation eased, so Japanese, Australian, and the New Zealand stock indexes kicked off Wednesday with a decline. US benchmark indexes fell sharply after Moody's downgraded their credit ratings of more than a dozen American banks. Moody's is an international agency that conducts market research and risk analysis. The agency targeted mainly medium-sized and small financial companies. Moody's changed its outlook to negative for 11 banks. It also placed several big Wall Street names on a negative review. As for other news in the banking sector, Italy unexpectedly improved a 40% windfall tax. And now traders are expecting similar steps from the other EU states. The risk aversion is likely to intensify. Movements on the Forex were also somewhat subdued on early Wednesday. The US dollar avoided a drastic drop amid its strong rally the day before. After Moody's decision, it rose slightly as a safe haven asset. The yield on US government bonds went up as well, although the greenback was trading in the negative corridor of 102.30 and 102.60 and still remained close to its monthly high. The US dollar index consolidated at 102.30 versus its main rivals. Now, investors are waiting for inflation data, which will be published later this week. As for the US dollar, its upside potential seems to be strengthening on any negative news, from the global recession to the downgrade of banks or ratings. Bearish sentiment prevailed today among Asian investors, boosting demand for safe haven currencies. And the yen also takes advantage of its safe haven status from time to time. Despite being on an outside position in the currency basket, the yen seems to be getting more attractive to investors. It's gaining momentum amid a stable domestic economy, the Bank of Japan's commitment to an ultra-loose stance, and the readiness of policymakers to intervene in a case of a sharp market volatility. In the Asian trade, the yen climbed moderately, moving in a wide range of 143.00 and 143.40. Another bullish factor was a decrease in the US Treasuries. The yen, which is sensitive to any changes in the government bond yields, benefited from it. As a result, the dollar-yen pair ended the Asian session with a moderate drop to 143.30. It also faced pressure because of the concerns about the tensions between Japan and China over Taiwan. China's economy is showing signs of a deflation, and consumer prices dipped by 0.3% in July. As seen on the chart, this negative trend has been going on for several months until it got into a deflation spiral. Deflation means a general decline in the prices for goods and services due to a weak labor market and a decrease in the production and salaries. After China's imports and exports contracted faster than expected in July, and the consumer prices tumbled to the lows of February 2021, the risk of deflation increased significantly. At the same time, the Chinese authorities have not taken any steps to support the economy. Officials have made promises, but there have been no actions. The Chinese government did not provide any specific details about its possible moves. As a result, the sentiment turned sour in Asian markets, adversely affecting Australia and New Zealand. In addition, commodity currencies slipped due to weak trade figures from China and the world's largest importer of crude oil. Nevertheless, the AUD-USD pair was moving in the upward channel of 0.6528 and 0.6572. It seems that the Aussie managed to take advantage of a slight drop in the US dollar and optimism on stock exchanges. In Asian trade, the Aussie rebounded from its low of 0.6500 and tried to grow to a high of 0.6570. It's unlikely to be able to maintain an uptrend for a long time. It ended the Asian session at 0.6560, and the New Zealand dollar grew in the morning as well, fluctuating in the range of 0.6053 and 0.6096. It even rose above 0.6090, and the Kiwi ended the Asian session with a slight fall to 0.6070. And that's all for now. Hit the subscribe button and keep close tabs on the market developments with us. See you soon!